for Glenn John. Yeah.
Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never seen me before, you're in for a treat, as Dave just said.
I just said that.
Yeah, well,
He's nicking my material already.
that's it. Right, so what I do stand-up comedy and impressions. So a little bit of comedy first, because I do a bit of topical humour. I mean, it's just been in the news just recently, hasn't it, about this, in Scotland now there's this hate crime thing happening now, where you can't even wolf whistle now in Scotland, because, you know, that's seen now as a hate crime or microaggressive. It's crazy. I mean, last time I saw anything that was remotely microaggressive was my microwave not working properly. So, you know, that's the nearest to microaggressive I've seen. And of course, some women do like being wolf whistled. This is why they wear as little as they can walking past building sites. I mean, those ones like it, don't they? But then there's the other ones who don't like it. Well, if they don't like it, why don't you just turn around and either stick two fingers up in a V shape, or the middle finger, as the Americans call it, flipping the bird. And, you know, that's one way of because it's open to abuse now. You can't even say anything in your own home. If you just generally say, oh, I don't like so-and-so, like I don't like my boss, who knows, you'd be arrested for not liking your boss under the hate crime. So, it's crazy, isn't it? So, there hasn't been much in the news just recently to be having a laugh at, unless you want to laugh about Angela Rayner, who's she's in trouble, isn't she, at the minute? She said that if she's found guilty of what she's alleged to be guilty of, she'll resign. So there's a good chance yet that Labour might not win the next election. So that's the topical bit over and done with. So tonight I'm going to be doing impressions of various comedians, past and present. Now I noticed there's some of you here that were around when the TV series The Comedians used to be on ITV. Do you remember that, anybody? No? You're probably a bit young then. Yeah, it was on in the 80s, late 70s, very early 80s, and it was a very good series. So the impressions are of various comedians and comedy actors. So here we go. So, of course, do you remember Only Fools and Horses? Yeah, Grandad who went, hey Rodney, what's going on there? Yeah, and then you got Uncle Albert, haven't you? During the war, I was on this boat and the Japanese bombed the boat and it sank. And every boat he'd been on had sunk, haven't they? So, and of course, Trigger, he was funny, the late Roger Lloyd Pack, and he was like, do you remember that scene where he was figuring out what they were going to call Del Boy's baby? And the Del Boy says, well, if it's a boy, if it's a girl, we're going to call him Sigourney after the actress, Sigourney Weaver. And if it's a boy, we're going to call him Ronnie, after Ronnie's here. So this is how Trigger said it to Dave the barman. They're going to call him the baby Sigourney after some actress, and they're going to call, and if it's a boy, they're going to call him Rodney. after Dave. And of course, now for the impressions of comedians for you. Do you remember Ken Dodd? Here's a classic Ken Dodd one. By Jove, missus, what a wonderful day. How tatty hilarious. What a lovely day to go run into the Kremlin and sing It's Lenin. So, there you go. I mean, yeah, Frank Carson back in the 1980s. He was on Tiswas as well, for those of you who remember Tiswas. So, and it was like this. He was Irish, yes. Paddy had was having trouble getting to sleep. It's like this. You're gonna like it. And his wife says, he says to his wife, I've had enough of next door's dog. I'm going to sort it out. I can't get any sleep, and I'm going to go to sort it out. So he comes along, he comes back, and it's a cracker. He says, she says to him, what have you done with next door's dog? He says, don't worry. He says, I'll put it in our garden and see how they like to be kept up all night. So, there you go. And of course, there's Joe Pasquale. I mean, everybody likes Joe Pasquale, don't they? Yeah? The squeaky voice comedian. And it talks like this. Oh, hello everybody, it's Joe Pasquale. Yes. I know a song about get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves. I know a song about get on your nerves, get on your nerves. It's getting on my nerves. So there you go. And of course, there's Michael McIntyre. He talks a bit like this, doesn't he? Oh, he's marvellous like this. Oh, and he's you know, and he's there saying, welcome to the wheel. Yes. So we'll give this a spin for you. So that's him, and of course everybody remembers the late Tommy Cooper. Can you actually believe that it's 14 years? It's 40 years at the end of this month that Tommy Cooper passed away. And yeah, there was a joke about how Tommy Cooper died, which was, how did Tommy Cooper die? Just like that. And yeah, so that was a joke that was going about the time. So Tommy Cooper joke coming out with jokes now, like this. I went to the doctor's. He says to me, go over to the window and stick your tongue out. I said, why? He said, I don't have the man opposite. He says, say ah. I said, why? He said, my dog's just died. And of course, that person, another friend of mine, he told me about his visit to the vet, and the doctor said, the vet said to him, I'm sorry, son, I'm going to have to put your dog down. He said, why? He said, it's too heavy. And of course, do you remember when the Superman TV series came out? He used to say, look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a bird. So that's that there. And of course, does anybody have any impressions they'd like me to do today? Pardon? O.J. Simpson. I'll just act like a corpse then, because he died last week. I mean, I could do one that's like taking a mickey out even further. Right, get down on the floor, I'm taking this memorabilia. But there you go. So, oh, mother-in-law jokes, you'd love that one, wouldn't you? Right, I've got mother-in-law jokes for you. This fella takes his mother-in-law with his wife to a seafood restaurant, and the mother-in-law says, "Excuse me, waiter, do you serve crab?" He says, "Madam, we serve anybody." Yeah, and I tell you what, my friend's mother-in-law doesn't like him. She says to him that when you're dead, I'm going to dance on your grave. He says, "You'll have a job, I'm being buried at sea."
Well, David Dickinson, lad.
Do who?
David Dickinson.
David Dickinson. Oh, that's easy. Just a bit of a welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. Yes. And this is a real Bobby Dazzler we've got here tonight, isn't it? I say that to all the women, because I'm the Duke. So, there you go, that's, anybody else got any, anybody else? No? Okay, how's about, do you remember Frank Spencer, played by Michael Crawford? I mean, he was basically known as the Phantom of the Opera, weren't he? But here we go, this is Frank Spencer. I'm having a bit of trouble, Betty. The dog's gone and done a whoopsie on the carpet. It's left an unmentionable. Have you got anything to scoop it up with? And then she used to go, "Oh, Frank! Oh, Frank!" Yeah, but that would better out some other song. And of course, you long for the Simpsons cartoons, don't you? Yeah? Yeah, well, I'm going to do Marge. She should be so lucky, she's just a painting, isn't she? And Homer Simpson and Bart Simpson. And it'll be like this. "Oh, Marge, I've made a mistake here." "Oh, Homer, Homer. Don't have a cow, man. I caramba." So there we have that. And right, I'll be back next week. So until then, in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.